Nature. Every man's true calling. Going out into the wild, living off the land, and setting stuff on fire. I'm Iestyn Harris. I've survived in every climate ever, and I'm going to pass on my knowledge to help you.
Have you ever wanted to go out into the wilds and explore? Have you ever wanted to get out of your house and do something dangerous? No? Well, that's too bad, because just like this poor fellow behind me, you're lost.
Hey, what are you talking about? I know exactly where I'm going. Where am I? Mom!
The first thing you should do when you're surviving in the wild is to make sure you know what environment you're in and what you have with you. So step one is to review your location and equipment.
What have I got? What do I have to survive with? Homework? I don't need... I'm lost. Where am I? What is this place? I'm stuck in...
The second step to surviving in the wild is to build a strong shelter. It needs to be strong, secure, and in an enclosed location.
Huh? Oh!
First, find a large, thick tree to brace your sticks up against. Then use long, sturdy sticks to create a frame. Use smaller sticks and twigs to build the rest of the shelter, then cover it in pine needles and fill the inside with pine needles to keep the cold out and the heat in.
Step 3. Building a fire. Fire is the most important tool you can have in a survival situation. It cooks your food, cleans your water, and most importantly, keeps you warm. But making a fire isn't as easy as some people make it seem.
Why won't it light?
Make sure you collect plenty of wood and build a small little pit to put your wood in. Make sure you have plenty of bark and leaves for kindling.
Some good methods of starting a fire are matches and lighters, but lighters run out of fuel quickly, and matches? They're useless when they're wet.
2 examples of simple fire starters are batteries and steel wool and flint sticks.
Now that you have shelter and fire, you're going to need to know what you can eat to keep you alive in the wild. A useful thing to have with you is a wild edibles food guide, which can be purchased at your local bookstore. It tells you what to eat and what not to eat. Food's important, but you can go 2 weeks without it, whereas you can only go 3 days without water. By searching downhill, you will eventually find water.
Woohoo!
But before you even think about drinking it, you need to purify it.
Oh.
There are many ways to purify water, such as boiling it in a pot. But if there's a pot not readily available, then you can use a hat, fill it with water, and use hot rocks and rotate them regularly until the water's boiled. Of course, if none of that's working for you, you may have to resort to drinking your own lemonade you bought earlier. Now you're surviving well in the wild, but you still don't want to be here forever, so step 5 is escape.
The best way to signal passing aircraft for rescue is to build a large triangle or SOS in a large open area.
And if civilization can't find you, you need to find civilization.
If no one seems to be coming, prepare to head out on your own. Build a signal to show people which direction you're headed in, and then keep going until eventually you find civilization.
Another life saved thanks to survival in the wild. I'm Iestyn Harris, that's it for this episode. How the hell do I get out of here?